Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Hi, Suckanor. You're the first one here. I just want to say hello. Good morning. It is exactly 12 hours until the Kickstarter ends. And I'm very excited to sleep a little bit more, but also to have a final budget that we could start planning the movie for. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, why is this automatic thing, this automatic banner thing, whatever. Anyway, I just want to chat with you guys because I tend to spend all my time on Twitch because that's just kind of my native platform that I hang out on. I've been hanging out every day for hours. Today is definitely the day to go over there because we're going to be doing a closing ceremony from 2 to 8. And yep, I'm going to eat my muffin. It's actually not Suckanor, it's Sunkiss. Welcome from YouTube. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. I just wanted to celebrate 12 hours left in my Kickstarter. I'll start talking about other things starting Monday after I collapse in a heap of exhaustion over the weekend. Well, on my Twitch is just Felicia Day. So I will be streaming from 9 to 12 and then 2 to 8. So if you guys want a whole day celebration, go over there after this. Hi, bitches. Avery, it is not weird. That's what art is for. Art can touch you in ways that you never knew. And if it saves your life, that's the ultimate compliment. Hola. Hola, Brazil. I have missed a chapter. What's your Kickstarter for? Cal, that's why I'm doing this. Yes, it's for the Guild movie. And we're stopping it at 8 p.m. tonight, Pacific. It's set at a Ren Fair. It's the 20th anniversary movie. And if you could give a couple dollars, we have this wonderful card game. So you can get the movie and the card game for $35. It's a bargain. Oh, everybody in Europe is already having most of their day. Who are you? Well, I don't know why you're following me, Bide, but I'm Bidet, Vanna. My name's Felicia Day. I'm an actor and a writer and a producer. I've been around for a long time. As I just said, I'm celebrating the 20th anniversary of my web show that I made. One of the first things that was scripted that took off on YouTube in 2007. Is there a black t-shirt? Okay, Einstein, that's a good question. Do you see the white t-shirt with the poster on the front? The characters on the front? That will be available in black when you get to the pledge manager. So in a month, we'll send out, hey, what size do you want? That shirt will be available in black, I promise. We're going to add that was added a couple days ago because everybody wanted black. I agree. I don't know why we did a white shirt. I would never wear a white shirt, but it looks really good on white. But that shirt will be available in black. So I promise you get that shirt now. You can pick black later. I got both Blu-rays. Will you release a Blu-ray for the 10 new episodes? Are you talking about Conludo? Well, we didn't think about Blu-ray for Conludo. Conludo is the gaming show that I'm doing with Will Wheaton. And it's meant to be like a digital show. Like we want to make it free for everybody around the world to watch. So we don't exactly know if we're going to have it on our YouTube channel, another person's YouTube channel, another free kind of streaming service. The backers will get it first. So I don't know about that Blu-ray, John. That's a really good question. It never occurred to me to do a Blu-ray for that. So maybe we missed an opportunity, but hey, there's always next year. Oh, happy birthday, Beth. Let's see who we have. I am streaming to 3 places right now. I'm using StreamYard, which I've used for forever, and it makes it really easy. I'm just trying to stay in the middle here. I'm going to be chatting for like 30 minutes, so you guys get your questions ready. Just one more push. It's true. So a lot of people are asking, why should I give you more money? Because you've broken all these records. That's a very, oh, am I? Did I just paused or something. So it's a good question. It's a lot of money. But I just want to remind everybody that you watch like a 22-minute sitcom, that sitcom costs anywhere from 3 on the very low end to like $7-10 million. If you watch a Law and Order or something like that, that's going to cost like anywhere from $6 to $8 million. If you watch like Game of Thrones Rings of Power, any streaming service, that show per hour is going to cost anywhere from like 20 to $48 million for less than an hour of content. Okay. This is true. You guys can look it up. I cannot underestimate to you how expensive it is to make film. There's a lot of reasons why. If you ever went on a film set, you'll know like, oh, there's dozens and dozens and maybe 100 people on this. I don't know if it needs to be like that, but we are doing a Ren Fair movie. So we need to build a Ren Fair. We have a main cast of like, we have 6 main leads. We have another 8, big guest star things. I guess that's a spoiler, but anyway, we have a lot and all the costumes and stuff. And we're going to make this movie after all the merchandising and the fees for Kickstarter. It'll be around probably $4 million. I don't know exactly yet because we don't know exactly what we have, but we need every dollar. And we're shooting in Los Angeles, so we didn't get tax credits, but it's the home of me. It's the home of the cast. It's the home of the show. And it's important to me to support film in Los Angeles because this is where film was born. The fact that everyone moves out for tax credits is so sad. And I know so many unemployed people. So basically, I want to keep it here. So that makes it a little bit more expensive too. But we have enough money to make the movie awesome. If we get a little bit more today, we can add a day to the schedule. And that just gives us more time to shoot the scenes. We don't have to like run and do like 11 pages a day. We could do 8, which means we could do more takes, which means we can make it funnier in the end. There are 2 new music videos. Maybe if we did film in another area, it wouldn't be so expensive. Well, Saro, that's a good question. So there are tax credits in other in other states, right? We could go to Georgia or Arizona or all these places, but you have to use the local crew because rightly so, they want to employ local people. A lot of those places, the best crews are already taken because bigger shows are there. We have to fly in every actor and put them up. So that's a huge expense because I have such a big cast. If I had a smaller cast, I'd probably shoot this somewhere else. But because I have so many actors, flying them and all putting them up for 2 months is just prohibitively expensive. It kind of like negates the whole, tax credit thing. Also, I told you guys that we'd have a lot of cameos. We can't fly somebody out for a cameo, but if they're just in LA and they can stop by, we can get some really cool cameos, which I already have so many people asking me to be in the movie, guys. So many people. Anyway, so I hope that explains why all this budget is going to be, I think we looked it up in Super Troopers 2 did like a $4 million Indiegogo campaign. That movie ended up costing $15 million. We just looked it up yesterday. I was like, oh my God, I don't intend on going to get another $10 million from somebody. I just don't. I don't know where I would get that. And we were shooting in 2 months, 3 months. But anyway, so anyway, just so you understand, and I'd be happy to, this is something I'm really passionate about because I want you guys to be able to make movies. If you live outside of LA and you're not using, cast that's done a lot of stuff, you can make a movie on your iPhone for, I did the first episodes of the Guild for like $500, the first 2 episodes or whatever. Not to say that, you're going to have something take off like mine did. I was super early, all of that, but taking everybody away from their families is a burden. Well, Robert, that is I have neglected my daughter all summer. All of us have kids almost. And 2 months away, around the holidays is really tough. I mean, of course, I need to make the best financial decisions I can, but really it's the cameos and just, I don't know, there's a stubbornness in me. I just love LA. And I think that it's so sad that so many people are moving out of LA because they can't make a living here doing what they did. Okay, what's going on over here? Where is it being filmed? In Los Angeles. I mean, 7 million would be amazing. Just started introducing my 14-year-old son to the Guild. Am I lagging a lot, you guys? It looks like I'm lagging, and that's very annoying. I don't know. It looks like on Instagram, I'm really lagging. We're going to start shooting in November. Wow, this is terrible. Am I lagging to you guys? We didn't raise money to break the record. That's right. Kisses. I don't know. It doesn't look like it's lagging over here. Twitch is screaming for you. I'm going to be on Twitch at 9. Okay, good. So YouTube is not lagging. It just looks like Instagram is lagging. Okay, good. So it's just my computer. Let's see. Where is Amy? Amy is in the movie. She has had family things going on, but she's in the movie. Okay. Let me see. What else? No lag. Thank you guys. Highland Sextasy brought out a lot. Okay, so all seeing that, the Highland Sextasy stuff. Oh, this is good. All the crew and folks are, in LA, so it's easier to network and set stuff up. Yes, you're right, Stephanie Turner. If I went to another state, I'd be working with people I'd never worked with before. I've worked a lot in Vancouver. There's a lot of crews up there, but going to Canada is a whole nother, ball of wax. And as an indie, it's a little hard to do all that paperwork. Everybody has to go over the border. It's just, oof, Anyway, so that's a good question. Does Kickstarter reduce except for the project? No. It's just what it is. I mean, we used their platform. They have been such a wonderful advocate for this project. They funded a party for us at Comic-Con for our backers. So that's really nice. I own the Guild on DVD. Yeah, we reissued the DVD on Blu-ray, and the movie is available on Blu-ray through the Kickstarter. Let me see. Thank you for doing this. Waltini here from Twitch chat. How long will you sleep after the campaign ends? Waltini, I set my alarm for 7 today, and I woke up at like 6:41, and the whole time I'm just laying there, and my body is so heavy, and I'm like, get up, you stupid woman, get up, you have to get up and do your hair, you got to get up, it's time, it's the last day, you got to get up, stop sleeping. And I just did that for 20 minutes, and I was like, the abuse is enough. Anyway, Adam's tech support bill is 1.3 million. It's true. Am I knocking at my mic? No. Are you hearing some things? Are you haunted, Jennifer? All right. Let's see. 6:30 a.m. Oh boy. Hello for the Dominican Republic. Oh, hello. Will Whitten will be in the movie. Nathan Fillion will be in the movie. Misha Collins will be in the movie. I cannot tell you who else I'm talking to for the movie. We couldn't, solidify everything before the Kickstarter, but you guys are going to be very happy. The guest cast is rounding out to be so fun. I love everybody so much. They're people I'm fans of, and they're actually fans of the show. So do you have to pay to watch the Guild on Apple TV? Prof, there is a way to buy them individually, the episodes through Apple TV. That is an old deal that I've been trying to get them to take it down. So you shouldn't be able to do it. I mean, the money will, I guess, go to, I don't know what's going on. That's one of those things. When I came back to do the Kickstarter, I noticed that I had been demonetized on YouTube for like a couple years. So never been making money on that. I just didn't notice. And there's just random episodes available with old contracts that ran out a long time. And I just need to make sure I was paid for them. So these are the things that when you're an entrepreneur and then you quit because of mental health issues and physical health issues and having a baby and quitting everything because you're just devastated about life, you lose track of some stuff. But anyway, hola Martina. Oh my gosh, there's so many wonderful people from all over the world. What was it like playing a character like Charlie on Supernatural? Alicia, it was amazing. I got that role because they wanted a Felicia Day type because of the Guild. Robbie Thompson wrote that part with Codex kind of in mind. But he didn't think that they could get me. So when they asked, Sarah Gamble was like, let's try to get her. Isn't that funny? I loved being on Supernatural. And I'm sorry to everybody in Brazil. I know I'm talking about a Kickstarter that you guys can't have anything sent to you. There are some digital things you can get, but I just want to say, I don't know what's going on with my country, that you, a wonderful, wonderful country, can't participate in this like everybody else. Anyway, why is Jensen not in the Guild? I mean, he doesn't live near, I don't think he lives near me, but I'd love to have him in it. Te gusta Mandinga? I don't know what that is. I hated when Charlie died. Yeah, that sucked. But Misha's in it, and I intend on putting some more Supernatural people in it, okay? I just have to. So next week, we're going to scout some areas in LA that we can afford, where we can build and shoot all the stuff we need. Then we're going to get all of our final money. And, we're doing Conludo. We're doing the 2 music videos. We're doing possibly the animated special, as much as we can, as short as we can. And so we have all these other projects. We have all the fees to pay to Kickstarter. We have all the merchandise we're making. Believe me, we've been very financially responsible about making sure to track everything we're doing so that the movie is optimized as far as how much money it's getting. Thank you so much. How do I watch episodes of The Guild? Good question. Well, all week, Jen, all weekend, we're going to play The Guild over and over again. We've been playing it for 30 days on my Twitch channel, and you can watch it with like 1,000 other people. That's been a really fun celebration. You can also just watch it for free on YouTube as individual episodes. We have the Blu-ray available here. There is an old version of the DVD that's not Blu-ray that you can grab somewhere. I'm glad you're in a better space and look forward to your art. Oh my God, Trish Lissage, thank you. I named one of my tunes on WoW Codex. Yeah, I know. I ruined it because I can never be Codex anymore. That was my handle everywhere. That's really funny. Oh my God, Issa Rae is like, I met her before everything blew up, and I did tell her, don't make a company, just be a performer. And she did it, but now she has companies. She did it in the right way. She did it so that as a performer, she has enough power to do whatever business-wise. It's like someone else is in their stream with their mic on. Really? Really? Oh, is the mic, something's hitting the mic? Really? People are you just messing with me? Okay, so I just want to tell you about the card game. If you're a Supernatural fan, if you like anybody from genre fiction or genre TV or board games or video games, we have so many. I just did a video where I listed almost 100 collaborators, and we have more that we're going to add. There are some that we didn't finish the contracts for, or the art or whatever. So that 100 extra cards for the card game, which is a very fun card game, very quick, very funny. That's only available here. So unless you get in the Kickstarter, you'll never get those cards again. So I'm just telling people you should buy that, buy two, resell one later, because I promise you it'll be something. Is that cat on the desk? There's no cats. You're not messing with me? God, I don't know what I'm touching. I don't know what I'm touching. Do you hear it now? Do you hear it now? My hands are up. Do you still hear it? It pops once in a while. Oh yeah, I am touching the laptop. Okay, I won't touch the laptop. I'm sorry. Oh my God, so creepy. Okay, any other questions? I funded the project and I get to come see you. Oh, Terp, are you coming to be on the set? That's exciting. They need to make oh, that's right. I think it's from tapping the keys on your keyboard. Okay, well, I'm sorry about that. David says it's fine. I hate it. Are you guys hanging up on me? I curled my hair this morning for you. I'm excited. Well, I am a violinist. So when I had my hand on the keyboard and I was just kind of going like this, I was a violinist. Yeah. Just want to say, well done, girl. You're a pioneer. And I'm currently writing a piece on all the wonderful work you've done. Oh my God, Josie, thank you. Somebody's mentioning Lost Daughter of Sparta. I just told my boyfriend the other day, let me see that how much the Guild meant to me. I didn't know another woman played WoW, and I struggled with addiction with games back in the days, and the web series made me feel better. Oh my gosh, that makes me so happy. I mean, I wrote it because I was addicted. And like, I don't think gaming is inherently addictive. I think that was that was me touching my shirt. I think when you're in a bad place, you're looking for an escape. And so whatever it is that you're glomming onto to sort of allow you to escape your current life because you don't feel like you could change things in your life, then, you're going to grab onto it. If you're not aware that you have a problem, if you're reluctant to get help, if you truly feel like you can't get out of a situation, that's just human nature to find a safe space, right? And so for me, gaming was always a safe space. Anyway, thank you guys. Hello, Vova. Ukraine, sending you lots of love to the Ukraine. When am I coming back to Liverpool? I don't know. I'd love to go to the UK with the Guildcast. That would be amazing. Thank you for saying happy birthday to me. Well, that's exciting. Oh, from Iran. I'm sending you as well. I don't know how to speak anything Persian. I don't know how to speak anything in that language. I'm so sorry. I know a little bit of a lot of languages, but I am ignorant in a lot as well. Let's see. What else? What are we talking? Everybody have any questions? Your books have been a great inspiration to me. That's wonderful. Thank you for writing them. Be creative. I'm going back to book writing after this movie. I need a couple of years of just being still and silent in my room alone. But this has already been the most exciting, wonderful experience of my life. And, you know, I went into it in a mentally healthy way where I knew the traps that I could fall into about my anxiety, my neurosis, my, projecting into the future too much, always kind of trying to do too much in general. And my daughter really has been the savior for me not to grind myself into the dirt and overwork all the time. I have been overworking, and I feel bad that our whole summer, my daughter is 9 years old, and her whole ninth summer has kind of been gone, and we didn't spend as much time together. We didn't do our vacations and stuff. And I do feel so bad about that, but I know that she's so cute. I told her about the world record, and she gave me like $22 that she had saved. She's like, Mama, you take this. And it was just so sweet. And she's making me a tea party tonight. So I have to come home after the stream and attend her tea party, her celebration tea party. So anyway, it's good. You need to have people in your life who ground you and reassure you that you're wonderful just the way you are. You don't need achievement. You don't need these outside success, the money. All of it is just kind of window dressing on where the real happiness is, which is your connection to other people and feeling safe with other people. That's what I try to foster in my community. We have such a wonderful community that's kind of centered in Discord and Twitch. And it's just wonderful to meet people in person. You know, we hang out together a lot. Do I like Italy, Veronica? Yes. Yes. If I could be in Italy right now, oh boy. Oh boy. How much of a diva is Will? Well, it's going to be hard having Will and Misha on set. Let me just tell you, two attractive men. I have not worked out in like 3 weeks. I have just been eating. I'm having a muffin right now, but you know what? I'm going to get in shape Monday. Gonna get in shape Monday. That's my get in shape Monday thing. Okay. Hi, Felicia. Oh, this is the first time I've ever catched your streams, so it's lovely to be here. I've always adored your portrayal of Veronica in Fallen New Vegas, and I was wondering, I would love to be Veronica again. I'll tell you one thing. When season 1 ended of Fallout, and it kind of ended in a place where Veronica would maybe naturally come back, I texted and emailed everybody. And I have to tell you, I think I was a little obnoxious about it. And I'm having that experience now where everybody is like, hi, can I be in your thing? And so I kind of feel bad I was so obnoxious about it, but I emailed like everybody I knew and associated with this game, the production. I knew a lot of people, and I did not succeed. They were probably like, no. And it is like, as somebody, I'm running the movie, and I have actors who I'd love to work with who are like, can I be in the movie? And I'm like, I don't think I have a part that's great for you, but I want to work with you. So anyway, it's really funny. All right. Twitch Marathon has brought the community. I know. So we've been streaming 30 days, and I want to give a shout to Adam Vision, my friend, who has literally been VJing and inventing graphics and memes and just unbelievable work. I owe him everything. It was my whim. I was like, I just want a home base for this campaign because, I mean, I love Instagram. I love social media, but not really. I like it, but it doesn't bring people together, you know? People on Instagram aren't necessarily connecting with each other as easily as on Discord and Twitch. And that's why I've always kind of like basically hung out there mostly. That's where my efforts have gone. And so to have the community have a big infusion of new people, enjoying things together, meeting, I was in Wales, and like 4 or 5 guildies were there, helping. Let Me Go On was helping with the line. Finley Shards, my mog, was helping me. You got me coffee at one point, or did you? You offered for sure. Floor Trout was there. Just so many so many community members that I get to meet in person, and they're meeting and, hopefully hanging out at a certain point. And it's just really cool. That's the best of the internet, right? And that's kind of what I love about, what this has been. I watch The Guild once or twice a year, and I tried to show all my friends. Oh, Sheris, that's really beautiful. I promise you're going to like this movie. His movie is so good. The movie is going to be so good. I was reading something, and guys, I'm so tired. Are you getting paid from YouTube views now? I don't. Salam. Yes, I am. Yeah, I am. I fixed it. I had to ask my friends Rhett and Link to hook me up with an actual person at YouTube, because I kept getting shunted to AI because I'm not important enough for a real person anymore. It's crazy. I can't believe I wasn't following you on Twitter. Yes, Puppet Doctor, I'm on there. You know, I don't love that platform in general as much as I used to. It's kind of, but I do realize in reviving it for this, there are still fans there. So, you know, it's really tough. It's tough. I don't want to support a platform that kind of is not so great with negativity. It kind of was unpleasant to be there. So many people were attacking me all the time. It felt like I was just going in to get bullied. But I think, again, having this bring the community together, it feels like there's connections there that are worth maintaining. I can't believe it's 6.1 million. I know, guys. I know we broke the world record. The next record that it would be great to break today is, I think, 6.54, which I think we can do by 8 p.m. And that means we would be the #2 most funded film project on Kickstarter ever. #1 is Critical Role. They earned $12 million. It's wild, wild. And so excited for them about that. So but they were doing a series as well. But I basically am involved in the top 4. You know, Critical Role, as you know, started on my company, at my company, Geek and Sundry. It was basically, I wanted to do some D&D and stream it. Then there's the 2 MST3Ks, which we just surpassed one of them. So basically it's Critical Role, MST3K, The Guild, MST3K. So, I mean, it'd be cool to be #2, but, you know, whatever. It's a goal that we can think about as we approach the next 12 hours. But the most important thing is that you guys know that every extra dollar is not going to anybody's salary. It's going to put more days in the movie, more minutes on the animated short. It's going to make stuff. And I know that, you know, I'm just a little too honest. I'm not as good at business. I just want to put all of it into the stuff that I want to show you next year. On my way back to the Kickstarter, my friend loves Critical Role. Oh yeah, they're great. They're great. Well, yeah, I mean, the origins are with me, but the growth is with them. You know, they did an amazing job after I left my company to grow their company. How much extra would us backers to put us? I mean, if everybody pledged another $10, we'd be over that because we have 40,000 people. So 40,000 people, extra $10, 400,000. Yeah, that would get it to it. That would instantly get it to us. So if you guys see even one mug that you like, anything, stickers, you're already getting a shipment. If you want to throw one extra thing in there, that would be super helpful because you're right. I never thought about it like that. I'm not changing my name to Felicia Kickstarter. Jason, I cannot wait to not talk about this constantly. I do, you know, it's going to be hard to have social media that isn't guild centric because I'm going into production on the movie and it's going to be all consuming, but I'll try not to. In euros, oh boy, guys, I don't know the conversion rate. Can somebody help me with that? I mean, $20 is probably 17 euro, right? I'm just literally making it up. I'm literally making it up right now. Yeah, if you go in and add a pin, there's a pin that's basically the mantra. Almost all the stuff on the Kickstarter can never be gotten again. It's only exclusive to this Kickstarter. And we have a Suck It Suits pin, which is basically the rallying cry of this Kickstarter. I don't know if you know the story. I've been talking about it a lot, but you never know. The reason why I really pulled the trigger on doing this movie is that I had a call from a Hollywood exec who was very nice, by the way, but they wanted to reboot the show with younger actors. And I had been so excited that somebody wanted to do something with the show before the phone call. I was like, oh my God, is somebody going to help me make something finally? No. I mean, they were going to maybe help me make something, but not the thing that was me. And like, I've gotten killed off a lot of shows, you guys. I'm not going to get killed off my own show. And that made me so like, it was kind of like an emotional separation. Like I just didn't want to deal with Hollywood anymore. Their priorities are not my priorities. Their stories are not my stories. They don't see a lot of value in me as an actor or performer. All the things I've done in Hollywood were because other creators saw me and wrote me parts due to things I did on that. And I was like, what have I been doing all this? I've been trying to get the hot guy at the party to look at me for years. And the only time he looks at me is if I do something super exceptional and then they drop me. It's just like, why? This isn't good. This is a waste of my time. And they don't give a crap. So let's just call it a day. I mean, I love acting. I love hosting. Hopefully they still call me for that. But as far as my stories go, I don't need to try to sell them my stories because honestly, I don't think it's a good fit. So I tell my daughter a lot when she goes to school or a new camp, she's nervous about finding a friend. And I say, you know, everybody's not for everybody, and that's okay, but there's always somebody for you. So if you just find one person to be comfortable and safe at that camp, that is worth going, because when you gather those people in your life, sorry, that was really loud. You shouldn't let go of them. Like, these are the people who could travel with you your whole career. And when people ask me, oh, I'm starting out in Hollywood, or I'm starting out in this, how do I do this? The best way to do it is gather your allies early. You know, have that writing group that you read your stuff out loud to and get feedback with. You know, go out and find that improv group. Volunteer for other people's films and learn on the job. Do whatever job it is, even if it's not the job you want, because you'll learn something and you'll create sort of a community that you never know where people will go. You know, some of the people in the acting classes I took first year are like super famous actors now. And as you can see, all the celebrities who participated in my card game, they didn't get anything. I was using them to try to get, you know, my film funded, and they knew that, and they still let me use their face in such a cool way. And that's, you know, I would do that for them in a heartbeat. And that's kind of the opposite of Hollywood. You know, when we were thinking about who we could ask, I was thinking about big TV shows or stuff I've been on, but I'm not going to call a big Hollywood studio and ask them to put you know, a card from a TV show I've been in. They'd never allow it. They wouldn't see any value in lending what they own to somebody else. And that's just a different philosophical approach to everything. You know, I love lending what I have to other people. I love curating. You know, everything I've done has always been like, can I introduce you to somebody that you might like? You know, it's almost matchmaking. That's what we're doing with the Conludo show. It's like independent games, independent things that we could share with each other we love around a theme, and then playing a board game that's maybe owned by just one person. Maybe it's a bigger company. But you might find it and love it and support that person in turn. And so I think that's the what's beautiful about the web and creators here. It's all about collaboration, supporting each other, not trying to hoard audience, because honestly, audience doesn't want to be hoarded anymore. So anyway, I added the keychain plushie. Plans for making a whole crew? Yes, James. We didn't want to flood the whole Kickstarter with all the rest of the guildies, but we will be offering a lot of merch for 20th anniversary mid next year. And so that's part of the plan to fill out that roster. I will say I don't want anybody to get new merch. I don't want new merch to be out there before the Kickstarter starts to be fulfilled. So that'll be around next June or July, you guys, just so you know, because we're on a very tight timeline as far as like shipping, manufacturing, gathering everything, making sure everything's perfect, and then getting it out to you guys. Added the Cheesy Bergs mug. Oh my God, that Cheesy Bergs mug is my favorite. I actually had my dad like buy like 3 just to send me. And then I had so many more people buy that mug. I love it. That and the fox. Oh my God, it's so good. I put it in my car. I wish I could show it to you guys, but you'll see it in one of the videos on my timeline. It's just so beautiful, the tapestry blanket. I increased my pledge at the last minute to get the Cheesy Berg mug. So for me, that's like, it's so cute. It's like a classic diner mug. It's my favorite thing, probably. Added the Suck It Suits pin. Yeah, there you go. Added the hat. I got so many copies of the card game. I mean, that's the thing. How was it working on The Magicians? I love the show, but I got the impression that some of it might be a bit much. I got along with everybody on that show. I mean, I'm not going to talk out of turn and trash anybody ever. So, you know, that kind of question is kind of loaded. But my experience on that show genuinely was lovely. I loved working with all the cast. I mean, clearly something happened where the last season was a little different, but I wasn't there for that. So who knows? I just know I love Sarah Gamble. You know, she's the one who hired me for Supernatural. She hired me for Magicians. I couldn't be a bigger fan of what she does. Her newsletter is fantastic if you guys, you know, do Substacks and stuff. Let's answer some questions. You're one of 2 Kickstarters that are ever backed. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Miss Modeler. A lot of people have said they've never booked back to Kickstarter before, and they've gotten into Kickstarter because of this. And I love that. I backed, I think it's like 45 Kickstarters over the years. A lot of those are friends of mine. Some of them are just like projects I thought were interesting. Half of them I haven't got my rewards though because I was too lazy to fill them out. And I know that people hate that. Please fill out your rewards and your pledge manager so we can make sure you get your stuff. Let's see. Okay, yes, shirt sizes will be chosen when you get the pledge manager, and you will be able to get that guild poster t-shirt in black in the pledge manager, okay? We couldn't change it in the back end of Kickstarter because there's rules about changing something after you put it up and people order it. But it will be available in black. So when you pick your size, you'll also be able to pick black or white. You're the classiest actor I've ever listened to. Thank you, Sorrow. Well, I just want to make sure that everybody understands process, because if I explain to you a little bit about filmmaking or creativity, that means you might go out and make something of your own that I'm a fan of later. Or you're just making something to be a better person and be happier with yourself, because that's what I really truly believe. Creativity is self-care, you know? Whether you're just writing stream of consciousness in a journal, whether you're painting, whether you stumble on a hobby that really clicks in with who you are, you're never going to do it unless you try things. And that's, for years, I was too afraid to try things. And I would never have tried to do a film in my house back in the day without support from my friends. And when I did that, my whole life changed, right? So you don't know what door you need to open to go through, but you got to open the doors first, or you'll never go anywhere. Yes, the popcorn bucket is very nice. It's a popcorn bucket modeled after a medieval pooping device, a bucket. So, and I don't want anybody to show me that they've pooped in the bucket, but it is possible. Okay. Which show is Felicia talking about? I don't know what you're referring to, but I will say that I was talking about the Magicians a little bit. I was talking about the Guild. The Guild, obviously, we have our Kickstarter going on right now. So it is only less than 12 hours, you guys. Less than 12 hours. Oh, what do you think about coming to Brazil? Yes, invite me. I don't know why people haven't invited me. Will the manager be sent to email? Yeah, scrap and yes, everything will be corresponded. We will send out a closing. There will be, you can pledge after the end of it. So if you guys are saving money or whatever, that pledge, you could do late pledges for like maybe 3 or 4 weeks. Then we'll go to the pledge manager where you can still add things on and you'll be asked for your address. You'll be asked for your sizes. You'll be asked all the information that you need. So Kickstarter is very confusing. I didn't actually know that either. It's done in phases. So all we know is the number of shirts ordered. We don't know sizes and stuff until the pledge manager happens, which will be at the end of September. And Conludo will be similar format to Tabletop. Elon, it will be different because I don't own Tabletop. Will and I will get together. We will share some things we love around a topic of the episode. We'll have like a theme. We'll share things we love, whether it's music or books or games or recipes, whatever it is. And then we're going to play a board game that one of us recommends around that theme too. So it's very different. It's not so much about teaching people to play a game. It's about experiencing people playing the game. Although I hope people understand how to play the game as we go along, because I want people to love these games. I want them to pick them up. I want to make an impact on the board game industry in a positive way. Board games are so wonderful. It's the best way to get around a table and just enjoy time with your family or friends. There's nothing better than my weekly board game that I had for so many years before I had a kid. Not only did it just solidify friendships forever, but it's just introducing play into your relationships, I think, is something that's really fundamental to being a human. Was Charlie a character you would miss? Of course, baby. I mean, she's incredible. The fact that so many supernatural actors helped me out here. Misha's going to be in the movie, but 7 actors, including Jared. I couldn't believe he said he would do that. Ruth is so beautiful as a witch. I'm really hoping to shove more supernatural people into this movie. I just have to kind of figure out a lot of things because we don't really know even our budget until like tonight. Hello, Iran. Who do I have to bully to get Tabletop revived? Jedi Bear Conludo is a spiritual successor, but legally distinct show because I don't own Tabletop anymore. All right. So Conludo is kind of a substitute hybrid show with me and Will that will hopefully scratch the itch, but also add even more things to what you love. You're the goat. Thank you. Can you make a heart with your hands for me? Oh, of course. I'm actually really good at this. I've tried. Well, when I say it now, it's going to be a wonky heart. I'm sorry. All right. Let's see. What other questions? I love board games. Yes. I mean, listen, sometimes you sell the IP, and the good thing about the guild is that I kept the IP for almost 20 years. A lot of people wanted to buy it from me. And every time I get close to signing a contract that did not give me very much money, but, had prestige for Hollywood, I would think, do these people love this show as much as I do? Do they love the audience? Will they make changes that betray the trust that I have with my audience? Because it's always been you guys. It's always been the most important thing for me, making sure that you guys know that you're the most important element in everything I do. And I don't think Hollywood has that. And the idea that maybe I'd sell it and then they'd tinker with it enough and then they wouldn't have enough money to make anything with it and then it'd be on a shelf forever and I wouldn't own it and they could dictate what to do with it for the rest of its life, which has happened to other things that I've owned and created. It's just, it was too sad for me. So I don't know. It was you guys who helped me get here by being able to make the movie. I kept all the rights. No one can tell me what to do with this show, and I will never make that mistake again. Sometimes you do have to compromise, especially to get budgets that are big enough to make a movie. Like I said, we're up to $6 million. That seems like so much money. It is. But like I said, a half-hour comedy on TV costs anywhere from $3 to $7 million for 22 minutes or less of content. An hour show costs maybe $5 to $8 million for an hour, and that's not even an hour. It's like 44 minutes. Streaming shows cost anywhere from $10 to $48 million for Rings of Power, Last of Us, Game of Thrones, monumental. Just that's how much it costs per minute to make these things. And whether that's a good thing or bad thing, it's just the reality of it. So we're going to be making a low budget, but we're going to be making a movie for the price of a 22-minute sitcom. And I'm not saying we're going to make a great movie. I promise you. I know how to do this. But every dollar will help making the movie better. And we added an animated short. So, however much extra we have, we'll be making that short as long as we can. And it'll be a different twist on, all the guild stuff. So just to let you know, no one's salary is increasing for the more money that we have. It's just going to get more days on the movie shoot, more minutes on the animated special. The 2 music videos are going to be so fun. But anyway, let's see. Sometimes you keep brilliant things close to your heart when you know others won't do it justice. You know what? You're absolutely right. And that's been the happy accident with the guild. Yeah. Do you know the 5-minute dungeon? Oh, yes, I do know that. My daughter and I had that for a while. We haven't played in a while, so I'm gonna do that. We have Flamecraft Duos. We have a pigeon game from Ravensburg that I just got sent from Gen Con, which I can't wait to play with her. She's obsessed with D&D, so it's kind of hard to get her to not want to do anything but D&D. But with the Supernatural fan base and the Guild fan base, which do you get recognized the most? Well, that's a really good question. I'd say it's like 50-50. Certainly with the Kickstarter, it's been so much Guild. My God, I could not walk in Gen Con without somebody recognizing me from the Guild. And that was like the old days. Sometimes it gets a little intimidating because I'm just like, oh, I don't know. You know me and I don't know you, but it's good. Any plans for live action Guild content after the movie? Dwayne, we have to do the movie first. I mean, my dream, of course, I will never do a Kickstarter this big. I will not ask you for this much money ever again. So, but if the movie does well enough, we sell enough tickets at the box office, the movie turns out good enough, like maybe somebody else will finance the movie, but I will make sure that it's on my terms. Like we make the movie that I want to make. I would love to make another movie. I have an idea for it already, but let's get this one done, okay? Will the music videos and animated specials be part of the Blu-rays? Yes, Tim. So there's the legacy stuff. All that old stuff is on one Blu-ray, and the movie will have all the stuff that's not conludo, but it will have the 2 music videos. It will have the animated thing. It will have EPK, which is interviews with the cast and stuff, bloopers, all of that. Yes, that will be on the Blu-ray. Let's see. I'm going to beat. Okay. Yeah, we will. Your Discord family is always behind you. We love you and each other, and I'm grateful you developed the community for all of us shared. Thank you, MST3K. Honestly, the internet, I've been here since the beginning. And it was a kind of a utopian place, and then it was a dark place, and then it was like a ugh place. And it's still kind of ugh, but it's gotten big enough that you can have all the and ah and ee. You can have it all. You just have to plant yourself in the places that foment your happiness versus your rage. That's what I think. I love how any artist or crew member involved in the Guild project is always credited. Absolutely, Landon. This is so important to me. You know, if we end up making extra money on this movie, I certainly want to share that with the crew. There's no scenario under which I somehow walk away with tons of money and the people who labored on the show don't get a bonus, an extra money. Like, that's to me unconscionable. It takes every person on a film set to make a film. Craft service is important as an actor, as important to a gaffer, as important to the location court. You know, like, it's just really important to me that we're all sacrificing to make this thing. We're all working 12, 14 hours a day for months away from our family. And I think when you watch TV, you have to, you know, you guys should think about that. Like the effort it takes, especially on a show like Supernatural. Those Jared and Jensen worked so hard. They were in every scene. And they were away from their family for many years. And so, you know, working 12, 14 hours a day isn't normal for most people, but it's just what happens on a film set. And so, you know, when people look older after a little while, which Jared and Jensen for some reason held up very good, that's because the hours are just grueling on everybody. If, you know, if the actor's working 14 hours, the transpo guy is working 18, you know, and that's why unions are so necessary. Because, you know, film is one of those things where people will do anything, but then if it's not safe for them, you shouldn't be doing it. Anyway, so excited to have Felicia back in the boss's chair. Good humans make the, thank you, Rachel. That's really sweet of you. So if you are already a backer, you can go to Kickstarter-addons.com, and that will make it super easy for you to add anything new on. If you're a new backer, just go to watchtheguild.com. If you can't back because you don't have the money, that's okay. We will have late pledging available, like, or you could still pledge after if the timing isn't right. If not, just tell somebody about this today. We're closing up in, oh my God, 11 hours. I could sleep in 11 hours. Okay. The Discord is discord.gg/Felicia Day. Just added the hat, mug, and keychain. Oh, legend, thank you so much. I'm going to log off in a second, and I'm going to go to Twitch. So if you guys want to watch me there, it's twitch.tv/Felicia Day. I'll be there from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Pacific. And then from 2 to 8, I'm going to a studio. We're going to have a whole extravaganza that will be on Twitch too. So if you want to party with us all day, have that on in the background. It'll be fun. First time here. I've been a huge fan since high school. And now I'm a slightly jaded 33-year-old. And seeing you still fulfilling your dreams after this time has inspired me so much. Erwin, I want to tell you, after I had a baby and turned 40 in Hollywood, it was as if I was put in a dumpster and driven away. And this happens to all women in Hollywood. Every actor I know, famous ones. There's a famous thing about Naomi Watts. You know, a lot of people like telling her, get as much done before 40. Don't go ahead and put off your family until after 40, because after that, your career dries up. And she was like, I did it and I regret it, but they were right. And this is Naomi Watts. So it really is true. The people in Hollywood, you know, it is a gender thing. Like, it's just quantifiable. And to have that happen to me and so many wonderful actors is so frustrating. And it's like, as a woman, I have to just kind of like turn the keys over, you know, at a certain point, just turn the keys over, lady. Turn them over to the one, you know, the young. And it's like, no, I'm not turning anything over. I'll just have a smaller world, but my world is cool and yours is not. So F it. So I don't want anybody to ever feel limited by their age, by their background. You know, yes, there are physical things, you know, and systematic things in this world that limit us, that are unfair. And all you could do is figure out, it's really hard to bash the door down, but you can make the coolest home ever. And if it's cool, it starts to expand and kind of push that, the wall starts to crumble. And that's what I feel like I've done with my whole career. And I hope I inspire you guys to do it, because if somebody half my age is inspired what I do and bashes the door a little bit, and then another one and another one, that's where real power is. It's slow and creepy. I'm slow and creepy. All right. Will I be directing it myself? No. You are stupidly inspiring. Oh, thank you, Travis. I remember when the guild first came out on YouTube, I felt so empowered and seen. Aw, thank you, DeGood. Yeah, it's true. I just want possibilities to be possible for everybody. And so that's why I'm really transparent and talk about my weird health issues and my career woes and stuff, because everybody has them. They just don't publicize them. For some reason, if you expose vulnerabilities, then it's almost like you're weak. But I don't think so. I think we're all stronger together if we all know each other's weaknesses and we can help cover them up. And, so anyway, okay. I've been speaking the system. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, it's pretty cool. The wonderful thing is so many people who started at my company, Geek and Sundry, are now the leaders in tabletop and nerd culture and stuff. And I know that they're inspiring a whole nother generation. And like, we're all just in it together. We're all part of cycles. And there are cycles of that are gross and nasty and sad that keep swirling as well. But if our cycles kind of play against them, at least there's multiple cycles happening. Anyway, thank you so much, you guys. This has been such a fun live stream. I would love to do this a little bit more as we get into production, so you guys can ask me about movie making. We tried to sell our show, The Comic Shop, but they wanted half our IP. Yep, it's really tough, guys. The problem is that it's expensive to make film. It really is, even low budget film. That's why I ended the guild back in 2013, is because people didn't see the rationale for spending money on another season. They were like, we can advertise against a hamster just as easily. The wonderful thing is that indie film seems to be coming back thanks to creators on YouTube in the horror film genre mostly, but that's going to creep outward. And really, it's about audience. So you guys are making this happen. You guys supporting. Like I said in that other video, we have 40,000 backers. If I told a Hollywood exec that I had 40,000 people who would help support me, they would spit in my face. They would not be impressed. I can't tell you how many times I pitched the guild or any of the shows that I created, the numbers, even 1 million views was nothing to them. Well, now Hollywood is broken apart so that 1 million views is actually way more than they usually get for any of the stuff on streaming. Secret. So but we don't need that. We can make it on our own, and they're going to give money to people who have that many people following them because they actually are like, wow, audience is valuable. Who would have thought? So anyway, it's just a cool twist to know that even though 40,000 isn't valuable to them, we're making a movie. Anyway, all right. Well, I'll see you on Twitch. I'll be there in 10 minutes. And yeah, independent streamers are taking off. What Dropout is doing is incredible. I'd love to do something with them. Yeah, it's pretty incredible. So listen, with chaos comes order. Out of chaos comes order, and the institutions are breaking down. So new people are going to take over, and just be one of the new guys. And I'm one of the new guys thanks to you guys. So anyway, I'll see you on Twitch, twitch.tv/FeliceDay. I'll be there all day, on and off. And we're going to have a good closing ceremony, and then I can sleep. Okay, you guys. See you later. Bye.